This is the second video that I've done in this video series I'm creating on getting this old yellow Sears RotoTiller with a 5 horsepower Briggs and Stratton engine on it to work again. Now you saw in my last video that the engine was seized. We took care of that. If you missed that video, right up here in the information button underneath this video, I got a link there for you too in the description and also in the pinned comments. Engine's unseized. Now we have to worry about this. That clutch is completely seized. That's what we're going to take care of today. Let's go. Hey everybody, welcome back to Steve's Small Engine Saloon. Again, thanks for tuning in. Website's right there if you ever care to check that out one day, .com. You might notice a couple differences here from the last video. Number one, the motor's not on the RotoTiller anymore. I didn't think I needed to bore you with a video on taking 4 bolts out and loosening off a throttle cable. Another thing that you're going to notice is I popped the head back on here, the cylinder head, because, see this little hole right here, right on the cylinder head? That is because that's where the bolt goes through the top of the starter right here. Because we're gonna fix the clutch on this, then I can finally put this on, turn it over, see if we got spark. So that's why I put the cylinder head back on. First thing we need to do to get that clutch off is remove this screen right here. It's a 1/4 of an inch driver that you need to do that. You simply just unscrew all these bolts. I know some of you are gonna have like 2 bolts on there, some of them are 4. Putting those screws aside, that screen should just pop right off of there. Just like that. Put that aside. Now we got the clutch sitting right there like that. We got to get that off. It's a normal clutch on this. It's not like a chainsaw clutch where it's left-hand thread or anything like that. You turn it off lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, just like normal. Now I do happen to have this special little tool here. If you guys don't have one, if you have a small engine shop and you don't have one of these kicking around, you really need to get one of these. I got a link right in the description underneath this video where you can buy one of these. They are super inexpensive. Check that out. That's what it's made for. You simply put that on there. 7/8 impact, 7/8 socket, fits right on there beautifully. And just hold that flywheel with one hand and zip it off. Now you got that clutch in your hand right there. All you need is a small little carb adjusting screwdriver, little flat screwdriver like that. And you pop this seal cap up and pull that cap off of there. Now look at that. Wow. That thing is completely rusted in there. You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, you got it. I'm popping this whole thing in my ultrasonic cleaner with some toilet bowl cleaner to get rid of that rust. It's going to take about 15 minutes. I'm going to put it in there for 15 minutes and I'll see you in a second. Okay, so we got it all out of the ultrasonic cleaner now. It looks good. It's not perfect, but it's way better than it was. Now, before we put that back together, there's something really important here you need to pay attention to. You see this crankshaft right here, where that sticks out? This has got rust all over it. We need to get rid of that rust. What I do is I just take a piece of emery cloth like this. If you don't have any sandpaper or emery cloth, scrape this rust off as best as you can. But this is how I do it. I just take this and get that rust off. Move it a little bit more and boom. And you just keep doing that all the way around until all that rust is gone. Now again, and here's another thing, before you actually put the clutch back together, take that little centerpiece right there. That centerpiece out of your clutch, stick it on that shaft right there and just make sure that it actually spins like that. Check that out. Now, it wouldn't do that until I clean that rust off. She's a beauty, eh? Look at that go. That's what you want to see right there. Now, let's pop that clutch back together. Just put it back together the same way you took it apart. 6 balls back in there. And that dust cap sealant back on there. It snaps right into place. Just like that. Before you put that clutch all back together like that, clean it, dry it out as best as you can. Do not put grease in there with those balls. I've seen that so many times. If you put grease in there, it's going to stick those balls. You need to have that freely. They need to float around in there completely freely like that. A little bit of lube spray in there, a nice light coating of lube spray. Never seen that hurt anything, so do that if it makes you feel better. You can also put a little bit of lube on this too, just not grease, so just a little bit of spray lube on there before you put that clutch back on. Slip that clutch back on like that, and you just do the reverse of what you did before. Listen to that, you can hear those balls clinking around in there now. This engine's got balls of steel. Tighten it back on. Put that screen back on. That screen actually helps hold that dust cap in place. And, all right, screen's on, everything's good. Check that out. Look at that. Goes one way like that. Watch this. Turns that flywheel. This way, that way. That's exactly how that's supposed to work. Oh, she's a beauty, eh? Okay, we're going to check this for spark now. We've got to get that starter back on. Now, yeah, this starter's a little bit of an issue. The rope hangs out a little bit. I already know what's going to happen here. I don't think I need to waste a video for you on this. Check this out. Right in this hole right here, where that the spring starts, I'm just going to squirt some lube spray in there for now. And then also right down in the center here, squirt some in there so it gets on that spring. And I think this is going to work. Yep, that helped. Still not as tight as it should be, but I can fix that. Actually, that's not too bad. That's the way you want it. Let's put her on. All right, starter's on there. Kind of loose, but it'll work. Pulls over. I'm going to check for spark right now. No, I'm not using that old spark plug that came out of it. Holy cow, that still blows me away. I got a brand new BM6A spark plug right here. Take that ground wire off. Take the ground wire off. Now, there's no reason it should not have a spark. It's grounded good here. No spark. Well, that figures, doesn't it? This actually is old enough. It has points in it. Points and condensers. So there's another video now. We got to get this thing to have a spark. And also we need to take care of that valve issue. Remember that from the other video? That valve issue is going to be maybe my next video. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you put your comments down right underneath this video in the comment section? Tell me what you want to see for the next video. You want me to do the spark, or you want to do the valves and check for compression on the next one? Put your comments down. Until then, we got the starter fixed, and we also got that clutch fixed, and that works fantastic now. I'm very happy for this video. While you're waiting for that next video to come out, you want to watch something else right now? Click on that video right there next. I think you'll like that one too. And I'm still working on the Stella, guys and girls. I still got some more of this to get through, so what can I say? Steve out.